Okay, so we're back. This is my Muppets Part 6, Part 3, because ever since the Sesame Street video, I've added 100 more individual characters that haven't been added to YouTube. So sorry for the backlog, but I was working on trying to get all those done and wanted to get this done. Thank you for everyone who's watching. I know not everyone can follow me on Instagram, so got to get you updated on my Muppet collection since the last video I posted, which is over a year ago. So this is the doctor and the nurses from the Put the Lime in the Coconut song and sketch. That was from the Muppet Show. This is one of the nurses, very 70s looking. Love the way that one looks. She actually turns pretty quickly because if you've seen the sketch, all three of these characters kind of turn into, like, the doctor turns into like a witch doctor, and they all turn into kind of like native-looking people, jungle-looking people, and it's just kind of a fun sketch. I should make maybe versions of them that way too, but these are the originals. I love the Muppet Doctor, the way he looked. I think he turned out pretty good, and just wanted to make these and get them added. Another classic Muppet Show sketch. Like I said, she turns pretty quickly, but that's her as the video starts. And then this is just kind of another Whatnot looking Muppet nurse. She kind of looks like the high-pitched voice Whatnot, actually. But so anyway, that's the Put the Lime in the Coconut. Then we made, this is basically the same puppet that was used for Eugene, but she was from It's a Very Merry Muppet Christmas. And this is Maureen the Mink. And Kermit basically gets her as a Christmas present, which is, I mean, it's kind of a weird premise, but gets a Miss Piggy a mink for Christmas. And I think she's like a huge fan of Miss Piggy or something, which of course Miss Piggy also loves and hates because she loves fans, but also is not a big fan of other women. So there's Maureen the Mink. I know, maybe not the most popular one, but wanted to make her. My mom's name is Maureen, so had to add her. This is someone you will hopefully all recognize, also on Disney Plus. Hoping for a second season of this to come soon, especially if, the Muppet Show gets streamed a lot on Disney Plus. But this is Joe from Legal. He was used in a lot of the promotional videos. Joe the Legal Weasel, that is. Used in a lot of the promotional videos to promote the Muppets. Well, no, not Muppets Tonight. What's it called? What did I just say? Muppets Now. Muppets Now. So this is Joe from Legal. We cannot disclose some of this information, but he's funny. He does that. He kicks his head back and laugh. Fun new character, which is great to see. I hope to see more of Joe from Legal. He's basically based on the Prairie Dog Glee Club, who are also kleptomaniacs on the Muppet Show. So I'm gonna have to make them eventually as well. Then probably my all-time favorite. I don't know. Don Music is awesome just because he's funny, but one of the coolest characters ever, Hoots the Owl. I mean, Hoots the Owl is such a cool character in general. Probably my favorite Sesame Street character of all time. Hoots is just so cool. Put Down the Ducky is such a cool song. It's got so many awesome celebrity cameos in it, especially the full version of it. Again, I mentioned in some of the earlier parts of this video that I watched a lot of those Sesame Street, Sing Yourself Silly, and I can't remember. What is the other one called? The Hunky Ducky Dinger Jamboree or something like that? Or Barnyard something? I don't know. But there's so many good songs on those two tapes. And Hoots the Owl, such a cool character. I liked his original eyes like this. He was almost kind of scary looking, which I always loved about that. And Hoots now is a little more... what's the word I'm looking for? What would the word I'm looking? He's a little more toned down, but he's just a cool looking character. Looks like an owl, very cool. Anyway, kind of went overboard on Hoots there, but love him. So this is Miss Poogie. I still need to make the rest of the Muppets, but you know, I had to make Miss Poogie. She's long overdue as well, especially, you know, the Muppet 2011, that's 10 years ago. 2011 was when the Muppets with Jason Segel came out. So she was introduced 10 years ago and was in the sequel. And yeah, I guess it's about time I finally made Miss Poogie. But there she is, tough Miss Poogie. Had to get her in and involved. Then kicked it back to some classic Muppet stuff. I've been meaning to make these guys for a long time, and it, you know, crossed out a good number on my to-do list so I could get to 100 since the last one. Here are some Muppet Frogs. Here, I'll put him, I guess, up here so you can see all of them. This guy's kind of... But I think some of these have names from... I've never seen the one with where they're basically like all named after Knights of the Round Table. One of them's name is Garth and something else. But those are some Muppet Frogs. They were in like the Valentine's Day special. They were in all kinds of Muppet sketches throughout the years, but and all kinds of other stuff. So those are the Muppet Frogs. Then added this is the only full-bodied character from this 100, but had to make a big one. I've seen another custom of him somewhere else online, and he's that's kind of where I used the scale from too. Actually, no, I think I looked up that Sweetums I think is just under 7 foot tall, so I made him just a little taller because this is the 7 foot tall talking carrot. That's his name. And they made him for, I think that's the only time he ever appeared was the Gilda Radner episode of The Muppet Show. So check that out once you get a chance on Disney+. But he comes out and sings, "I am the very model of a modern major general. I have information, vegetable, animal, and mineral. I know the kings of England and I quote it all," and then he messes up, you know. So, but this is the 7 foot tall talking carrot. I think Gilda Radner, oh yeah, because that song is from the Pirates of Penzance. So Gilda Radner thought she was singing with a 7 foot tall giant talking parrot. But of course, in perfect Muppet style, it wasn't a parrot, it was a carrot. So love it. Had to add him. Then, where did we go from there? I guess the next one was, as I said, loved those songs. And I had to make some honkers. And what would a honker be without a dinger? And what would a dinger be? I had to make Rubber Ducky too. Well, I think I might have made him after I made Hoots from the Put Down, so I could put down the Ducky, but it's the Honky Ducky Dinger Jamboree. The Honky Ducky Dinger Jamboree. Come on, everybody, to a place called Sesame. Anyway, I'm not going to sing the whole thing. Look it up. It's good stuff. So, finally made the honkers. I mean, that really is starting to round out, and that's what... I had a lot more on the Sesame Street to-do list. If you watch that Sesame Street video, I talked about making a lot more. And after I made the honkers and all them, I started kind of doing a deep dive into Sesame Street, and I also made the puppet name for him is Fat Blue, but of course this specific one is Mr. Johnson, and he's always waiting for poor Grover to come and bring him his order. "Oh, sorry, I will be right with you." So there's Mr. Johnson. He's, you know, classic Sesame Street stuff. And then even further back, Roosevelt Franklin. I think I might make his mom eventually too, but I mean, just a cool looking character. I mean, I understand why he was kind of phased out of the show, obviously. It was pretty, you know, controversial, but Roosevelt Franklin's still a very cool looking character. Was a cool character. Love him, had to make him. This is my cousin Aaron's favorite character, Betty Lou. And my Uncle Jimmy, I guess, used to sing to her all the time. "Betty Lou's got a new pair of shoes." But, you know, she's a classic Sesame Street character. And so is basically her twin, if you want to call her that, Prairie Dawn. Some of the pictures I've seen, basically Prairie Dawn is a little bit different color pink. At least in some of the things I've seen, that helps me kind of distinguish them as two different people. But I made all three of these in one night because they're all kind of like the same type of little tiny puppet. So had to add them, get them going. Then classic Sesame Street had to add two. Who doesn't love the Martians? Yep. These were super hard to make because the tentacles are too thin for them to actually stand on, so I put little toothpicks underneath them to kind of hold them so they can kind of hover in the air there. And I took paper clips and bent them for their little antennas and stuff. But love the Martians. Yep. Oh yeah. Yep. So had to get them added. I didn't know much about Biff and Sully, but they are definitely classic Sesame Street characters. They have the classic Sesame Street look, classic Muppet look with just the eyebrows and stuff like that. Biff and Sully, I think they're pretty cool looking. Had to add them. There's some more Sesame Street characters. When I look at Sully specifically, I gotta make Bruno the Trash Man. Gotta get him added for Oscar. Then also from Muppets Now, the Okie Dokie Cooking Show. This is Beverly Plume. Oh, she's always so excited what the chef and other people are cooking. She's kind of tough to make. I think she's got some more green in like her ascot that I probably should have made. And I'm not really super happy with her hair. I might mess that up a little bit more. But I did a lot of cool texturing on the neck that I like a lot, and the feathers just like I did with Big Bird. So I really like, kind of the way she turned out. The Okie Dokie Cooking Show is kind of like too much for me on the new show. Like they could maybe sprinkle it in and put some other sketches in there, but she's still a fun character. Very cool. Glad I made her. Oh, I made her the night before Thanksgiving. I made Beverly Plume so I could post her on my Instagram, which, if you don't know, is Lukes_Clay_Muppets on Instagram. Had to get her posted for Thanksgiving. Classic Muppet, the Screaming Thing. I thought about trying to do the 3 legs twirling, like from where he originally was on A Windmill of Your Mind, but I just I didn't think he'd be structurally sound enough. But very fun Muppet. He's in the background in a lot of things. Tiny little guy, the Screaming Thing. I made Foo-Foo, Miss Piggy's little dog. He's been in a lot of things. Pretty cute little guy. Foo-Foo. He might have been the first. Oh no, Snuffy was the first 4-legged Muppet that I made. He's the second. And then right after Foo-Foo, I kept it going, and I made long overdue Gladys the Cow. So fun. Classic Muppet. Richard Hunt character. Gladys the Cow. I mean, if you're watching Sesame Street, everyone knows who Gladys was back in the day. I knew who Gladys was. Still got to make Barkley. He's another full body character that I got to make, but there's Gladys. And after Gladys, I was in the country mood. What's this guy's name again? I can't remember. Forgetful Jones. There's Forgetful Jones. He's such a funny character. Funny, forgotten character. He's a good one. Again, some more Sesame Street characters that I got to get made, but there he is. And then finally, we're almost at the end of this 3-part 100 new character upload. These are the Gills brothers, and they were fun. They were in a lot of different stuff. They were in, it goes, tick, tock, 60 seconds got together and they became a minute. Check out the Muppets. So many good characters. So many fun minor characters and fun little sketches. They did this. They did a couple other ones too. I think they might have been in Octopus's Garden, maybe? No, something else. And then lastly, we brought back another Muppets Tonight group, and this is the Cactus Quartet from Muppets Tonight, and that's all I got. This is a pretty long video, pretty long series of videos. Thanks again, everybody. I'm going to get back at it. I still have a ton of more and more obscure Muppets that I want to make, and get made and get out there for everyone to see and add to my collection. But you know, it's probably going to be a while. It's going to be a long time before I can make 100 more. So if you aren't following me on Instagram, you know, I'm sorry, but that's where I upload more frequently. So some of the other ones that are my to-do list are the Monkey Muppet Writers from Muppets Tonight, the Alligators, the Lobster Banditos, the rest of the Muppets, Wally from the Valentine's Day episode, Bill the Bubblehead Guy, Alphonse d'Abruzzo, Ronald Duck, Mickey Mouse, all the Woodland characters, Miss Piggy's dad from Muppet Classic Theater, Mr. Poodlepants, Moopy, Barkley, Fletcher Bird, which is going to be insane if I ever make Fletcher Bird. He's going to be like a days-long project. Gaffer, Bill, Gil, and Jill from Muppets Take Manhattan, Old Tom, Real Old Tom, and Dead Tom, if I ever can figure out how to make them, Leslie and Warren, Larry and Oliver, Spotted Dick, so many other ones that I still have to make. So thank you everyone for watching. There are going to be more, but it's going to be a while before I make them. Hope you enjoyed it. Everyone stay well, and definitely check out the Muppet Show seasons 1 through 5. So pumped up on Disney Plus. Thanks again. Long live the Muppets.